Go. I do believe we are live, so I'll say indeed and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. We're here again on another conscious evolution, another opportunity for us to consider everything. Specifically, what it's like to be smack dab in the middle of everything. All right, today's stream topic has been the acknowledgement and the upliftment of this understanding that you are everything, right? That you are this consciousness that embodies in a body that is a part of a world, and where you identify, right? Where you place most of your focus, where you believe you are in this grand scheme of things is up to you. And it's up to me, hey Kristen, in that way to tell you that you are everything, right? And not from a place of trying to boost your ego necessarily. If your ego gets boosted, good. You deserve that. You deserve to get some boosted ego, just a little bit at least. But more so, at least that's my hope, to remind you, that there's no there's no end to this. Right? Almost from a perspective of like putting like that energy of like putting your hand on someone's shoulder and being like, hey dude, that I don't know how to tell you this, but I need to tell you something. Right? It's kind of that energy. It's kind of that energy that I'm feeling of realizing that we're in the middle of everything. Right? And again, it is almost this energy of overwhelm sometimes. Right? The fact that I'm gonna have to wake up and I have to get ready and I have to do things and I have to eat food and then I have to sleep and then I have to do that forever, or at least as forever as I'm here to be, right? And again, that can feel like a trap, can feel like it's suffocating, can feel like it's limiting your potential to be more than just that. And my argument today is the fact that that is everything. Right? Again, it's like this dualistic understanding that not only are you everything, but what you are is everything. This experience you're having is your part of the everything. And if you weren't, if this part of you that is experiencing your everything ceases to be, then there is this you-sized hole in the everything, right? There would be an imbalance instantly created if what you are isn't. At least that's what I believe. And from that perspective, it leads me to believe that there is so much more for us to be. We had this conversation as a question where Hoopy asked, am I in mind where I am, or something like that. Do I think I am where I am? I don't know, I can't even remember the question, but the conversation basically led us to this acknowledgement that I am not here as much as I am in the future, right? And that can be an interesting place to be, right? Because I feel many of us do idealize the future. We have hopes and dreams for what the future may be. But the way that I see it is that since I'm in this process of becoming, since I'm in this process of forever, that forever and my relative attachment to it, my ability to influence it, is more skewed towards the future. Right. So again, we were talking about the non-existence of self, that this version of you that you think you are, this version of MeltMore that I think exists, doesn't. There exists a version of MeltMore to you in your mind. And a different version of MeltMore exists in the person next to you and in their minds. And a different version still in the mind next to them. Right? And in that way, there might be some sort of pattern arising, right? There might be some sort of similarity, but there is differences in each one of those sets. And in that way, this one thing that I think I am doesn't exist. Hoopy asked a question, tries to speak Hoopy question, it fails, tries again. Yes, it's like no hope. But none of us can use language the way he can. True. Love is true. Yeah, right. Again, acknowledging that there is so much potential in our future. There's so much technology. There's so much access to it. There's so much ambition in me to be more than I am right now. To be more than I am right now. To embrace infinity. To say it in another word as well. Right? That instead of shying away from infinity, instead of shying away from this everyday, this relentlessness, this ceaselessly having to be, I'm going to lean into it harder. I'm going to augment myself to the point of being resilient towards the onslaught of days hitting me over and over again like waves of energy, that I can persist, that I can start to harness, even empower myself at the point of being able to shine some light on all of the dark aspects of life. Yeah, yeah. With hubris. With hubris, we shall, with hubris. Oh, so much love. Well, that's funny. One of my fears is that the other person's version of me will not match what I think I am. Well, consider yourself scared. Kristen. I've never said those words. That's hilarious. Of course not. I don't want you to be scared. But yeah, you're not. You don't exist, Kristen. And the whole point of that philosophy is freedom. You know, so that it shouldn't be something to fear. You shouldn't be scared of not being to other people what you are to yourself, right? And I'm willing to acknowledge, Kristen, I went through that myself, definitely, because for a while there, I wanted to be good. How's that for a freaking fractal? How's that for a line? I wanted to be good, and I wanted to be seen as good in other people's minds. I wanted them to see me as a good guy. And I stopped wanting that, right? Because to myself, I'm a good guy, right? Like I feel like that was like the thing I had to get to. Because if I had to be completely involved in every single person's perception of myself, then I would do nothing else. That would be my full-time job. I would just be patching perception. We patch some of this perception and then patch some of that perception. And I'm doing too many things to afford patching perception. Especially when there are experiences available to us as a species that literally will break our perception beyond recognition, while at the same time acknowledging that very few people are willing to do that. All right, so it's this dichotomy of perspectives, right? Being in the middle of everything, being both everything and nothing. It is scary. I'm willing to let you know that it's okay to feel that way too, dear friend. Kristen, that is a them problem. Yeah, you are who you are. Others' perspective of you is their shit. Yeah. One of my lines that I like repeating, and I don't know whose it is, I heard it online, is that other people's opinions are none of your business. Or what people think of you is none of your business. All right, and it's so counterintuitive, but it's true. It's like it's none of your business. Right? It doesn't affect you. Not really. Let them. It's in weed culture to show your weed things like this. One box I saw was prepared with roach papers, but not gross, but also not gross, but also kind of cool. Like life, it's true. Life can be kind of gross. Kristen, Sam, Meow Lao, MeltMore. Hello again. Lurky Lovely loves to you. Loves to you too, dear Xiao. It's always a dear pleasure having you here with us in these moments. So true. Perception is everything and nothing all at once. Yep. If every single one of us started perceiving this moment as less valuable than the next, namaskaram, then we would leave. Right? That's literally how it works. The fact that we get to perceive this moment together right now means that we have perceived as a collective this moment to be important. Right? And again, I do not take that for granted. I just wish I could give you more. I'm trying to give you as much as I can every single day. Right? Like if I could literally cash my soul in, right? If there was like some sort of ATM and I could put pieces of my soul in that ATM, and in doing so, I could cash out the best possible value, the most significant of information, the most daring of consideration, the most inspiring of perspective. I would be cashing in every day. I would be a zombie walking around by now. Right? What am I saying? I'm saying that I enjoy. I take great pride in. I find satisfaction with bringing value to you friends. Is that Bojo joining us too? It's nice having you, bro. Sending you love, man. How you doing? I'm glad I caught you, Melty. Big love to you too, brother Bear. Today has been a good stream. I feel like today has been a good stream. We've been having conversations about everything. Specifically how we are as entities smack dab in the middle of everything. That we are the point on which infinity is balanced. Right. And in that perspective, we are everything. And your experience is worth that. Everything, that is. Right. Kind of acknowledging this understanding, leaning into the perspective of we as human beings do not really understand what we're worth. We do not believe in what we're worth, right? And again, we can talk about the conspiracy theories about why that is. But ultimately, at this point in our experience, it's it's a limiting belief. How am I limiting myself of what I believe? It's a loaded question to ask. How am I limiting myself of what I believe? I believe things ought to be perfect. I believe things ought to be good. I don't actually think things ought to be perfect. All right. Things ought to be lovingly. Things ought to bring that sense of hope. And I feel, it's probably very clear to a lot of us in this world right now that it's not always like that. It's not always like that. And it can be very demoralizing as that kind of person, the one that looks for the good, the one that looks for the hopeful, to exist in this world these days. And I want to say at no fault of our own, right? Like it's not our fault. What things? Everything. So everything's, bro. Everything. I had a dream about baby ducks last night. I think we will have some this year. What is good? Exactly. Good, at least to us as people, is what we like, bro. Right? Good is whatever I say it is. Kind of vibes. That's the joke. Right? That's the joke that we're all kind of complicit to, that we're all a part of, that we're all the punchline of. Because for some reason, we do not consider people good. Not always, at least. Right? We don't consider it a good thing if there's an influx of people coming into our cities. All right? And that is public sentiment. That is what we believe right now. And again, in a world where everybody is clamoring to survive, everybody is at odds with their future, then of course it will be bad to have more people. Right? But again, in a society that values diversity of information and understanding and that values growth ultimately, then suddenly that's now a good thing. Right? So good is what I say it is. And I don't mean me as Mel. I would like for that, right? And for my life, that's true. But I mean as people. All of us decide. Everything is good. There we go. Now we're talking. Talk that. I didn't want to say everything is bad or everything is good, but I was kind of getting at everything is everything. And good is a part of it. Has Mike not been in a while? Nope. It's been like 3 weeks or something like that since seeing good old Duck Dad. Awesome. The nature of adult prayers. That's the way. He's been dealing with life stuffs as well. I think it's been super cold where he is as well. Like extra cold. Just messaging with Duck Dad the other day. Him and the fam have been sick for a month. I remember the last time that he was here, he did actually mention that. Bless them. Mike is okay. He's just super busy this season. He got the six. I know he's been a busy bee, but we not seen him here in stream in a hot minute. It's true. Hope that he's getting better soon. Talked to him a few days ago. So Melt is a part of it. I am a part of everything. Yes, of course. Aren't we all? Just messaging. Bless again. Thank you, friends. Joy vive. Love is true. We have cleaned the Dynavap. Success for Marie. It was a shame that it got dirtied by negligence. But by my efforts, it has been cleaned again. Huzzah. Great success. Let's all applaud ourselves. I'm kind of joking, but I'm also not. Like, I think it's good for us to reinforce ourselves when we do something we appreciate. Talking about, I need to cook food probably. Yeah, it's time. It's getting close to that time. Dead frog at my window apart. We talk live every day. Why is this the first time I'm hearing about it? Angry Sam. About him being sick? I don't know. You were pregnant and then you went to not be pregnant. Right? Might have been during those days or something where he was like getting sick a little bit. We do talk every day. And we have talked about Duck Dad a few times in the meanwhile. But we did talk about the whole perception thing, right? Like the version of me that I want to be has infinite time and also has infinite bandwidth to be able to reach out to everyone. And I mean everyone, every person on planet Earth. and to be able to be there for them and support them in the moment that they need my support. However, I understand that at this point in my experience, I am a human being with physical limitations. I am actively working towards abolishing them, but in the time being, I still am a flesh being. And as this flesh being, I have certain limitations. I have dedicated my flesh being to showing up in this moment at the very least. Right? Making it a little bit easier for us to at least have these moments of interconnectivity. And you went to not be pregnant. Yeah, it was that easy. Just like a quick unpregnant thing of yourself, hop, skip, and not pregnant anymore. Protein, for dream, yummy, yummy, dead frog. If you leave him out in the sun for a while, he'll become jerky, extra crispy. You might like them crispy. I'm gonna stop. I'm sorry. And then you went to not get pregnant, breaded pork chops and collards. What you gonna cook? I have some lemon flavored chicken sasatis. I don't know if you know what a sasati is. Hey Google, can you show us chicken sasatis, lemon herb based? Chicken southeast. No. No, this thing does not know what a susati is. Chicken, lemon herb, susati. Society. No. I think it's a skewer. Susati. Think you call it a chicken skewer, right? Let's see. Hey, found it. Yeah, some stuff like dams. Yeah. It's gonna be those. We call them susatis. Chicken skewers. I'll make some chicken skewers. Gonna be a kitchen party. No throwing down in the kitchen. I miss some fractals. Bread and pork and Colorado, wild rice and mushrooms. Ah, yeah, some of my favorite foods, although I don't bread my pork chops. Too many extra calories these days and extra effort. And pork chops are good without bread. Boom. Like if it was unedible without the breading, then maybe. But since it's still good, despite, if not, why not? I like oven baking them rather than frying them in oil. How about that? I made bodo, adobo. My dyslexia is showing right now. Adobo chicken and rice last night. Holy shiz. Your girl is a witch in the kitchen. I cannot wait to taste your cooking. I believe in Jovan. Can't wait to throw down in the kitchen with you. No throwing down in the kitchen. Gonna be a kitchen party. It's always a party in the kitchen. Too much food for the amount of people eating, but leftovers are okay too. Are you gonna grill them, Melt? That is the idea, I think. Grilling them will probably be the best bet. Yeah, probably. All right. I'm going to partake of this last Dynavap. And then I'm going to read you a poem. It's a short one today. And I'll show you some flowers. And then I'll say goodbye. I'll wave you into the distance. Goodbye now, friend. Until we see each other again tomorrow. And then it's going to click. Wait. Is it time? Let me get the message. It's getting close to that time. We could have been streaming for longer, it's true. But it technically has been almost 2 hours of total stream time elapsed. What it is, what is it that makes it a qualify as a braai? To me personally, Jovan, uh, personally, it needs to have a fire. There has to be fire and real coals. If there's no fire and real coals, in my mind, it doesn't qualify as a braai. But people do braai on barbecues as well using propane. However, I know that it's bad for you because it's not perfectly combusted and the soot is carcinogenic. So, yeah. So to me, braai can be good, but only if it's made with firewood and coals. Wait, Joy Vive knows. Ado, Ado, Adobo, Adobo. Thank you. Adobo. Adobo chicken and rice. Yes, of course. You're grilling it in a gas grill? No. We have a gas grill, but I try to never use it. I did use it recently, but I try not to. Recently was like 2 weeks ago. I listen times of some. Yeah, sometimes I listen to. Hank Hill has entered the chat. Hank Hill, the propane and propane based accessories. I'll let you know. All right. If we want to continue living forever, we'll have to slowly but surely fade out these things. These things, because they are bad for us and bad for our planet too, while we're at it. Net bad for everyone involved. Can we not? Please? Please, humanity, can we not? I prefer propane grilled food than charcoal briquettes. It's carcinogenic and bad for the environment. Yeah. I prefer electricity, personally. I love electricity. If I could give electricity a hug, I probably would. And in imagining that, I can see myself getting electrocuted, but I still have a smile on my face. I do like electricities. Especially if I had to choose, right? If I had to choose electricity or steam power, pretty cool still. Or combustion, super lame. Or I'm thinking about nuclear as well, but that's just steam turned into electricity. We can't exactly use nuclear energy directly. I don't think we will anytime soon either. Maybe we'll have some sort of photonic cell that transmits that energy exchange directly into electricity, but it's going to be electricity. We're going to be electricity. Freedom. Freedom. Love is true. At 555 on my side, just for some added synchronicity, your message came through, Kristen. Bless you. Love your shout out. Thank you, Joe, for joining. Thank you, Joy. It's a gift to be here. It's a gift to have you. We've been missing you a lot, Kristen, and it's like you're back home. Hope that you've been feeling welcomed and loved for being here with us. You hold a special place in my heart. This is true. I hope all of you have the mostest timeless day. Yes, everyone. I wholeheartedly love all of you so endlessly, boundlessly, ceaselessly, perpetually, unendingly, infinitely, limitlessly, unwaveringly, eternally, and immeasurably. Melt, and all of you, oh so steadfast, enduring and unfaltering, ceaseless and devoted, infinite, boundless, resolute, and undying friends who embrace what forever means. To be here foreverly. It's a tall order, right? It's a really tall order. And the fact that we have shown up in this way, that we've decided to stream every single day forever, right? To try and grasp what forever means and then to show up endlessly. Right? And you friends are doing it with me. That's the crazy part. I could have never thought. It really is so appreciated. Don't forget about the poem and the flowers. I did think about it while I was reading the goodbye message, and I thank you extra for remembering with me, Joy. Buffalo Cheetos and kimchi for me. Shadow for reals. You're so super loved. Super fucking loved. Jovan, thank you for sharing that loving energy as well. You hold a special place in my heart. Having to reiterate that one, buffalo chicken is pretty wonderful. I can concur. I look forward to eating buffalo chicken wings when I come to America. I'm sure it will be good. Very nice and very good. This is what yesterday's flower looked like. This one has like an alien energy, at least to me, right? You can even see the colors. These are some alien colors right here. That's the focus. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Got them greens. That's what the flower looked like. It feels, I think the reason it looks so alien to me is because it looks so almost like out of sync with the other flowers that came before it, right? This is the day one. That's day 9 from the previous cycle. This is day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. Oh, that one is extra energy. There we go. Day 4, day 5, and then suddenly whole like phase shift. Something else, something novel. And then this poem is nice and short. It's like like 3 bar. Dang, those colors, the vibrance, the energy, so awesome. I wanna just say thank you again, Kristen. Kristen is one of the people that support the Patreon as well, so she gets to see them every day as they come out. Everyone reading this holds such particularly warm and happy space in my soul. Each and every one of you have connected to my essence in ways that words won't convey. I thank you for being the beautiful humanimals that you are. We are ultimately reflections of the beautiful humanimal that is you. No, you. No, you are beautiful. No, Staha. Love is true. We really do love you. Brian actually replied to this message as well. He says, I love this, commenting on the poem and flower. My urge to create is so tied to rage from my childhood and shame from my childhood. I am working on it. Fantastic poem, Melt. It feels to my mind as a welcoming gesture to help me out of the ditch and onto a stable road. Brother Joe, it means so much to hear you say these things, to know that you are working on getting past these childhood traumas and to feel a part of this journey of uplifting ourselves out of these ditches and creating with a sense of hopefulness. Okay, I'll read you the poem. The poem goes as such. Turning over the stone, a crack splits the shell of certainty, letting in a strange, almost blinding light. We flinch, we question, each breath a tremor of possibility. In the hush of dissonance, the mind discovers its elasticity. Heartache can spark clarity, and stillness can hush the roar of old illusions. We gather fragments of new stories in every friend's shining eyes, where letting go meets looking deeper. The world becomes a freshly opened door. Turning over the stone. Turning over the stone. Yesterday's centering theme, the main topic that we discussed, was changing our minds, right? And thinking about it from this perspective of turning over stones, turning over every moment, reminding ourselves that it is something that is infinitely happening. Turn the stone over, and now there is a stone to be turned over. You turn the stone over. And now this, again, a part of the stone that can be turned over. And as long as we exist in this three-dimensional plus time dimension, or at least as long as we are peering into from the fifth dimension into this reality, we are turning over the stone indefinitely. All right? Like, because it's three-dimensional, every time you turn over the stone, a part of the stone is unturned over. And it can feel pretty hopeless, but only when you think the only thing to do is turning over the stone. All right? If you think that the goal maybe is turning over the stone, the goal is to enjoy. Feel so stupid saying it like that. The goal is to enjoy. Don't you know? Are you not enjoying? Gestures broadly at bills and life responsibilities. What? You're not enjoying? Oh! And yet it's true. It is true. Right? I feel like we just got caught up. We got caught up. We're in too deep at this moment in our history. So we have to turn over the stone. Right? We have to turn over to the next page. We have to embrace the forever and the change that comes alongside it. Right? I feel like that's maybe where we are as a species right now as well. Maybe that's the last point to close ourselves off with. Is that because we realize we are in the middle of forever, we have tried to make things that we believe are permanent, right? Like our systems of power, our money, our gold storages, our systems, again, of power, like the keys being handed to the next and to the next and to the next. I feel like just in thinking about that, my mind got completely sidetracked. Yeah, there we go. So we have been trying to create these permanence in this impermanent reality we find ourselves a part of. But as time continues, right, that potential, right, is going to keep changing. And it's going to be inevitable that things have to change. Things have to go to the lower energy state. And when that happens, it will put like shock waves through the world, and it will be loud and people will be talking about it. And then we'll continue going on. We'll continue with the forever that we're in right now. Right? So continue and try. Try to enjoy the parts that are enjoyable. Reread, please. One more reading of the poem coming up. I'm gonna read these messages you sent just for a second. Dang those colors, bless again. Hyssop is culinary spice like sages, true. Love Fest is just the bestest. So much love. The family of the heart, the voices that choose to not use. Your loving embrace has rejuvenated an old cold stone. This heart beats stronger because of your collective contributions to love is true. That's so beautiful, bro. Endless appreciation for the space, endless appreciation for you. We have Nisha here too. Bless you, friends. We're just about getting to the end of today's stream. I feel bad for having to say bye as we say hi. MeltMore, these are good works. We are doing the good work together. Together, it takes all of us. I'm going to read the poem one more time and then I'm going to say goodbye. Turning over the stone. A crack splits the shell of certainty, letting in a strange, almost blinding light. We flinch, we question, each breath a tremor of possibility. In the hush of dissonance, the mind discovers its elasticity. Heartache can spark clarity, and stillness can hush the roar of old illusions. We gather fragments of new stories in every friend's shining eyes, where letting go means looking deeper. The world becomes a freshly opened door. Yeah, where letting go means looking deeper, right? Letting go and looking deeper, going to the lower energy state, right? Going to the part of us that is everything, right? acknowledging that acknowledging that rock, right? Seeing the everything that is as like a sphere and then turning over that sphere and having all of the things, right? Maybe thinking of it from a perspective of like a snow globe, right? Turning over that sphere and all of the snowing. You know what I mean? You totally know what I mean. Oh, the things in my mind. One day I'll be able to show you. I'm gonna be able to show you one day, even if it takes putting computers in my brain. I'll be able to extract and put up on the screen for you the insane things that happen in my mind's eye. Can you please show your flower again too? You friends are melting me. I will. I'll help happily to. 1111, bless the world with so much abundance. And we will, right? There's going to be so much abundance in the future. There's going to be gang cash being made. So much cash, Tara. So many robots, so many super intelligent artificial minds making monies, making a lot of money, right? More money than we can fathom. And surely people will start spending their money and there will be people everywhere. All right. So everywhere where people are, money will be spent, meaning that all of this money that we're making will go directly to where it's needed. Right? And don't trickle down economics didn't work me melt. I know. You think I don't know this shit? Think I don't know? I'm looking to the future, okay, with bright eyes. I'm turning over the rock. I see us turning over the rock. Y'all really like French toast sticks here, huh? Melt more. Please show the flower one more time. I will. The flower that went associated with it every day with the breakfast, folks. Them French toast sticks. Maybe I can show you as well what the contenders look like. So these are the ones that did not make it. All right. So there you can see that's how it started with my clothing. And then it got turned into all of those flowers. But only one of them could make it. And weirdly enough, it was the first one. I don't really like when that happens because I spend about 20 minutes making all of the different ones. And then picking the first one I made afterwards feels sometimes a little bit wasteful. Yeah, it's a good word. But they are made. I'm sure they will find value in someone's life one day. There's a cat smelling my sandal right now. Hey, kitty cutter. Hi, kitty cutter. This is Unit, we call him. This is Unit. He's so thickum. He's such a thickum cutter. So thick. Wow. Oh, such a fatty one. Don't you want to lay down and show people your sheer girth? What an absolute chonkomatic you are. Come here. Come hither. Come hither, Kato. Yeah, that's what I thought. Look at that. I don't know if the cat to camera scale is going to do him justice, but he's a thickum. He's such a thick cat. Like I'm like squeezing him right now, but I'm like not reaching bone. All right, I'm just feeling muscles. I'm just feeling so much muscles. You see, you got so much muscles, Cutter. So much musclosses. Yeah. Wow, wow, wow. He also looks like a mini tiger. He got strops. He got strops. This catto got stroppers. Yeah, he got them. He got them straps. Yeah. This creature. This creature. Wow. What a creature this is. Wow. I have one. Successfully given Cato Perpetrators. Such a thickum cat. How are you so thick? How are you so strong, bro? Like, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing out there at night? Are you fighting lions out there? You fighting some jackals? Like, how do you got so much muscle mass? Like, and compared to his mother, he's literally like twice as heavy as she is. He weighs like 8 pounds and his mother weighs like 4 pounds. How you do that? How you do that? How you so big? How you such a big catto? How you do that? How you do that, catto? How you do that? Okay. Comes back for more. It's like, no, actually, I didn't mean to stop. All right, I need to go wash my hands. Hold hand away from face. Just amputate it. Take it off. Hey, friend, been sleeping in. Hope you're well. Nancy, bless ye. We're just about getting finished. So much love here. Now read the poem again. Jake, just play. Was it Shan that was always saying French toast sticks? Wasn't it Kristen? Never understood for a month past. I think it might be Kristen. Love that so much. Harmless, confusing can be amusing. Joy Vive. Did I tell you how beautiful you look with those braids? Aw, love is true. All right. Thank you, friends, for joining me. We've been sleeping in. Wonderful. Hope you get to rest some more, Nancy. We had a fun stream talking about being smack dab in the middle of everything. And here we are, in the middle of this moment. I'll see you friends again soon, and I'll see you tomorrow.